So I thought I would go ahead and upload this drill and put it into Coach's Eye because the last few I just did text feedback. But then after watching it, there was so little for me to even offer feedback on. So these threadles look good. Your positioning is good. Slowly work towards moving across the jump sooner and sooner. But for where she's at in terms of her training and her age, these are looking excellent. Now on the very first one right here, you were really good about using her name to help cue the tight turn out of the tunnel. But I think you got distracted by the jumping effort. All right. Yes, it was a little bit early and she jumped on a slice, but we've been talking about that and working on that. But then you got caught up on that because here you stopped using her name. So now you're thinking so much about being early with the threadle that you didn't get her name out of the tunnel. But I will say she's doing a really good job with figuring the jumping effort out and basically going around and shaping herself. So only one rep on that slice and she figured out. I don't know how much you might be helping her. Maybe there's a prop there I can't see, but it doesn't look like it. But she's doing a fantastic job. You can see, I mean, right there, bringing that shoulder past that upright. All right, so there's that inside line. I'm kind of slowing this down because I know several of you guys have been following Bee's jumping here, getting past that upright before taking off and being able to come in with a nice curl and land perpendicular. So that was a great improvement on her part with what didn't seem to be too much change on your part, her kind of figuring it out. And yes, you're right. That's what happens when you stand there and wait. And I've seen from her in a couple scenarios, her having a tendency to want to cut behind you. I think it was the drill that started out where you jumped this way, turned, and then did jump, and then pulling back, that as you would run here, she was thinking about cutting behind you to the tunnel. So I've seen her have a tendency to do that before. But yes, certainly when you can be at this wing before she even breaks the plane, I mean, this right here is spot on, perfect, beautiful. I want them all like this. Then you get way ahead. You break the plane. All right, so this is actually a good representation of what I'm trying to work on with that blind cross drill in the other module, the late blind versus early blind. This part is perfect here, and then you get up there and you do that push. I mean, you can still see her kind of drifting a little bit on that, so we're really going to have to keep an eye on not doing too many blind crosses with her and her getting too lax about that. Yes, slicey on the jumping effort, but she has been figuring that out on her own. She's being good about learning and improving. These threadles were awesome. I mean, I was really, really pleased with your speed that you were able to just run right through that gap and get up there and drop that left shoulder back and just trust that she came right through. Again, this is a dog who has never debuted, and look at the threadle that she's doing. I mean, I showed you guys in my demo video Swift, who's 7.5 years old and had to work on getting those. So I'm really feeling like she's understanding the threadle verbal a lot. And really understanding what that is. You've also been very good about the consistency on your tunnels as well, about saying go when you want her to go straight and her name when you want her to turn. I know you said beginner's luck. You thought it was beginner's luck and she struggled a bit, but that's kind of expected. And then there was one, and I think it's this one right here. I remember watching it back where you did cue her name and you cued it nicely and on time, and then she busted out. So you can see, woo! And that's really, of all these videos I've been watching, both of the wrap drill and the tunnel drills, that's the first time I've seen her respond inappropriately, where you've cued a turn and she's went straight or vice versa. So keep working on that. You've been pretty good on your consistency, but her threadles are looking awesome. So I'm very, very pleased with that. I would say comparing the wrap drill, like kind of part one that was published 2 weeks ago, and part two, she's actually done better on part two, which is going to be great for some of those premier level skills, those master challenge level skills. But we got to make sure we stay up on those wraps, just because that's more what you're going to see on these AKC courses. So really good work on this. Not nearly as much feedback for you as I thought I might have. So, you know, the Coach's Eye maybe helped, maybe didn't, but I like mixing it up on the type of feedback. So good work.